Hello, hello. I hope that you can hear me. I hope that you can see me.
Hello. Yes, I can hear and I can see you.
Hello, amazing. How about Raluca? I'm actually still not sure how to pronounce that name. How?
Hello.
Laluca.
I can hear you and I can see you.
Okay, that's a good
Confirm.
name. So, word of warning before we continue, I'm recording every session, so I'm also recording right now. Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Good. We are usually having the short introduction round. This time I was thinking that we can begin with this little game, Three Little Piglets. Any chance that you built your house already?
Yes.
You wanna show us?
Or you have to actually build a house.
Yeah, that's the idea.
I kind of did something here. I'm not sure if it's a house, but
I believe it can host you. That's
here, so
Oh my god.
okay. And it also looks quite firm that if you will use a hair dryer, it will definitely not fall down.
I have. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see my hair dryer? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see if it stands. Okay. And now I will just leave it there in the middle of the house.
I'm very good, Piglet. We are happy that you have not been eaten by a hungry wolf. So, Alicia,
I think I'm already dead.
Okay. So that counts 1, 2, 3, and
But
only
yeah.
one of us survived.
Yeah. I just run. I'm not gonna hide, to be honest. I just run.
Nice. I didn't know who will join us today, but at this point I don't think that we will have more visitors. Usually there is also Gabi with us, but he, how to say it in English, he cannot come today, he's
Okay.
busy. And some other people who are usually coming this time, I don't see them joining, I don't know. So it will be in this small little circle. Nevertheless, this is already the third forum of storytellers. I'm going to put here another slide. So this is an open platform and we are sharing stories in international space. And we will usually do it through playing little games, talking, listening, asking questions, anything. This platform exists because of a transformation project, which was a training course about the media literacy, and it was funded by 𝗏𝗏𝗏+. And this is already our 5th meeting. This meeting is focused on national books or movies you need to know. So I hope that you are having any things which you would like to share with our little group at this moment.
Actually, I want to ask to have a small presentation for my movie. I'm not sure how to. I think I can. Yeah, later on I can share my screen, right?
You
I
can.
think.
I already stopped
Yes.
sharing mine.
Okay.
So
I also have like some images that I can share. I didn't put them in like in a PowerPoint or stuff like that, but I can share some images and talk based on them. So yeah,
okay. So who of you would like to begin?
you.
Very proactive.
I can start. So I already know Arisa.
Yeah.
We've met last spring, yes. So, and I also met you for a short conversation. And yeah, so basically I'm Raluca. I am from Romania. I come from Bucharest. I am 34 years old, but that doesn't matter. And I've been in love with stories all my life. I just didn't know exactly what kind of stories I liked. And then I remembered that I like all kinds of stories. And I like to tell them in different ways. And actually, Arisa and I met during one Erasmus project where I also was leading a storytelling workshop with very different tools that people are used to. and we kind of did something with the musical instruments and role playing and singing and a bit of movement. So this is how I usually like to tell stories, but not only. So I can be more formal as well if it's needed, and non-formal if my heart goes in the non-formal way. And for the story that I prepared, should I go with the story already? Okay. The story, it is called The Goat and Her Three uh, Kids. So I don't know if how it is translated in English, the kids of the goat, but it is a very traditional Romanian stories. We know the story since we were children because it was told since like very early ages. Although when I am looking at the story now with adult eyes, it's not at all a children's story. So in Romania, we kind of have this tradition to tell really spooky and scary stories to kids, but they're actually not meant for kids, if from most of our adult perspective. So I will share. There's also a movie that has been done in 2022, and it is a really good approach on the story, and it's made actually really not for kids. It's like a horror thriller approach. And I will just tell the story really quickly so you know what is it about. I don't know if you know this story.
Which
Okay,
one?
so the writer is a Romanian author. He used to write really novelistic kind of stories, and also because he had like a really good sense of humor, he always inserted some things hidden and wrapped up for people to discover in the stories. So the story is really simple in like for children how it's told. It's like this. So the goat was working on her a farm. She had three little kids that they were like boys. They were really naughty, like general children. They have fun during the summer and stuff like that. And one day she decides to go up to the town to buy some food for the kids. And because she knows that the kids are really naughty and not listening to her, she said, "You have to remain inside the house for the rest of the day until I come back in the evening because it's a long way to go to the town to buy groceries and then to come home. And you have to really wait a whole day inside and don't go outside because, you know, people could come and the wolf could come, and you should only open the door when you hear my song." And then she sings her song, and the kids say, "Okay, mama, we will listen to you, go, have no worries." But of course, there is a but. The wolf was close by and heard the story and the song. And then he came by the door and started to knock at the door and say, "Open up, it's me, it's your mother." At first, they recognized it's not her voice, and they said, "No, you're not our mother, go away." And he tries many times to try to enter the house, but they don't open. But he goes to uh, I don't know, it's a carpenter, is someone that works with metal and with knives, and he sharpens his tongue. So this is a really grim image, to sharp your tongue with the knife so that his voice sounds more soothing and more like soft and gentle. And then he comes, and the children, the two older children, they say, "No, it's our mother." But the youngest one knows that it's not their mother, and of course they don't listen to him, because why should you listen to the youngest child of the family? So they open the door, and as soon as they see the door, of course the wolf is there. So they try to hide, and they don't succeed. Only the youngest one succeeds to hide, and of course the wolf comes and chops their heads off. This is how we tell the kids the story. So you chop their heads off, and then he splashes with blood all around the house. And then for make it even more grim and more horror, he puts the heads in the window, the two heads that he found in the window for the mother to see when she comes. So it's a really good evening story for the children to sleep with this image in their heads. Okay, so when the mother finally arrives, she sings the song, and the little one hears the song, and he runs out and says, "Mama, look what happened," and stuff like that, and blah 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 blah. And they're like, really, he's like really sad and angry and scared. And she comes inside the house, and of course she sees what happens, and she asked who did this, and she was very surprised to find out that it was the wolf. Now the interesting part is that the wolf actually is the children's godfather. So it's a bit of side story to that, because they were kind of trusting the wolf around the village to be nice with everyone, especially if you're the godfather of three little goat children. But actually he didn't behave, and he acted as his own nature. So she decides to take revenge, and in a Romanian tradition, after you bury someone, you bake a cake. So it's not quite a cake like a traditional, like how would you think of a cake? It's more like made out of cereals, and it's a offering for the dead to pass on, and to remember the dead that they are going into the future life and into heaven on earth or whatever. In Christian tradition, they go to heaven, and especially in the Orthodox uh, part, religion part. So she bakes this cake, and then she puts on a feast, because this is what we do after someone dies. We gather all around the table, and we eat and we drink and we think about the person that passed away, and we honor their life through this meal. So she invites the wolf to have a meal with her, pretending that she didn't know who and what happened, who did this to her kids. But she prepared the trap for the wolf. She put like carpets on the floor, but she dug a hole in the floor, and hello, and she built a stool, like a little chair, out of wax. And under the chair and in the hole was a fire. So he ate and ate and ate and ate, and because he was getting so heavy, the all the fire that was very soft was melting the chair, and he fell in the hole. And this is how he dies in flames. So the story is like this for how we tell the children, but how they reinterpreted in oh, how they reinterpreted in the movie, it was a bit interesting for me. This is why I chose this story, because it has like a different approach on the story. The woman, the goat, and I actually want to share some images, and let me see how I present now. This is how I do. No? Yeah, I think so. Share my screen. I don't know how to do this in Google Meet. Let's see.
It's the third button from the right. It gives you the sharing options.
Okay, and I will share a window. No, I will share my entire screen. I don't know how to do this. Let's see. Okay, I will figure it out. But the thing is that I think I have it here. Huh? Wait, I'm not good at this technology thing. Do you see my screen?
Yes, yes, I
Okay,
do.
so this is like a game for children that they some people put together, so you can actually try to put the story in order. So this is how it was designed, like really cute animated images, not being so grim and awful, but in the how do I do this? In the I have like a folder with pictures, but I don't know. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how they did the story. So there are like really nice images. This is when he sharpens his mm, tongue and stuff like that. And let's see, how do I do? Oh my God, I'm so bad with technology. Then he comes and he tries to catch the kids, and then how he tells the story, of course, and then when he falls into the pit. But this is the image of the goat in the story in the movie. So it's really dark colors and it's not animated. It's really with people. So the story behind the story is that the goat, the woman, the mother, is a single parent, and the wolf that looks like this, really mean and really bad. He actually tries to convince her to be with him. So he makes a move and flirts with her, and when she says no, I don't have time to be with a man. I have so much work to do. My house needs so much work, and my children need all my attention. He actually makes a remark. He says, "Oh, okay, but it's so hard to be a single mother. You don't know what could happen to your children." So he actually says something like that. So she ignores him, although she fears him, and with respectfully, she declines his invitation to be his woman. These are the children that are scared of him because they know that this is a bad man, although he is the godfather of them. So this is life in the village, really tough life. This is the whole atmosphere of the movie, really grim and really dark. And the woman that is almost exhausted, she's always exhausted with her work, with her life, with everything. And this is
Let me just
the.
check. We are still seeing the fairy tale pictures. I'm not sure.
Oh, are you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I told you I'm bad with this. Wait, okay. Let me see here. I'm so bad with this. I'm so sorry. Can I send the pictures in the chat or something like that?
I don't know. I believe it should be possible. You can drag and drop and see.
Let's see, because I would really like to show the images. Let's see. Hmm? Did something happen?
No.
No, of course not. I will send them maybe later so you can see them because it's like.
But if you will click this like sharing thingy and you put your entire screen and then
I
you just
did.
click it.
I did, and I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, let's see now. Huh? Oh, now you can see. Can
Yes.
you see? Yes. Okay. Now you can see. Yes. So this is the woman, the goat, the mother. These are the children. So it's depicted in very traditional clothing and atmosphere and village. And this is the wolf, and he looks really not friendly. Okay, this is the atmosphere in the whole movie, like really hard to live, very sad, and almost you feel her exhaustion, like she's really exhausted all the time and always preoccupied on her daily routines. And the final lunch. This is the final lunch. So you can see she baked a lot of things. She cooked. She brought only the best food for him. And here in the back, you can see the carpet that actually covers the pit that he will fall. So this is the the image, the visual of the story. I also have like a trailer, but I will see if you can, if you want to watch it later. It's like 1 minute and a half to see the atmosphere. So what was important for me in this story was like, because um, the wolf, the power of man, that they think they can take all from women. So he actually took what was sacred to her, her children, because he just felt hurt in her, in his ego. So the power that he had on her was, for me, was like mind blowing. How can you do this, like, sacred thing, to take someone's family and to take a mother's children, and then to paint all of the house with their blood? It was like a very gruesome image and a very, very tough scene to watch. And of course, her reaction was, for me, it was an inspiration, because at first, of course, she yelled and she cried and she cried her heart out, until she had a beam of hope when she saw her third kid, because in the movie she sees her third kid a bit later, because he was still hiding and he was in shock. And when she finally sees that there is one more child alive, she can take all her vital force and do something about it. And of course, the power of her revenge, I don't think it will rest her, it will help her soul in any way. But I think she, because she was a very religious woman, I think she moved past that and she said, I don't care about my soul anymore. I just need to make justice to my children. So it was a really warrior like approach on life and on death and on revenge. So I can, if you want, and if we still have time, I can show you the trailer that is almost 2 minutes, if you think it's a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I can do this.
That will be the funny with the sharing, huh?
Let's see. Okay. It is here. So can you see?
Yes.
Okay. I will make it full screen and let's see.
I don't hear any music or anything. Raluca?
Yeah.
I don't hear any music. There is no
You
background music.
you don't hear anything?
No.
Okay. Let me see.
But maybe you can just send us the link
Yeah.
and we can
I
click the
will.
link
Yeah.
as
I
well.
think it's better like this.
Yeah.
Okay. I told you I'm bad with this. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Okay,
Thank you.
and maybe you can share it because I'm really bad.
Uh, so, Alicia, do you want to watch it now or after the meeting? Your microphone is
Okay,
off.
I can wait. So maybe we can watch this now because it's already two of us and my views is really short, really really short. So
Good. So
yeah,
I
we can
recommend that
enjoy.
each one of us watch it on our own to prevent all the other
Yeah.
issues. I'm
Okay.
opening it. So
Okay.
see you in 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah.
That's the second one.
Hmm?
I have sent now again the link. I think it moved. So this is one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
Good.
încă nu ne spui o poveste.
Voi spune. Era odată o capră care avea 3 iezi. Să nu vă împingă păcatul să vă faceți pierduți! Raful și pulberea s-o alege de voi și de docșorul ăsta când voi mai fi.
Rău cu rău. Dar e mai rău fără rău. Ascultă dumneata la mine. Omul singur se dă de pereți.
Îl las în grija voastră. Mă întorc înainte de înserat. Așa că purtați-vă omenește măcar câteva ceasuri.
Ăla era cântecelul lui Mămuca. Mai bine lasă-l în plata lui Dumnezeu.
Ba nu, dragul mami,
Kids fairy tale.
că până la Dumnezeu sfințiți eu.
But you said that they tell this fairy tale to kids
Yes.
for the bedtime. Okay, so do you know what is the purpose of it, or like
No, it's just
symbolically meaning, or there's something behind?
we just grow with stories like that. So for us, it's just like a bedtime story. So for children, it didn't mean much. So only like a really good fairy tale to listen to. But I think this approach that the movie has could mean more to the story, and could mean what the author intended to show us. Like, it's not that simple to be a single mother. It's not that simple to live in a man's world. It's not that simple to protect your loved ones because you are vulnerable, and you are all the time at risk in the village life, of course, but not only. Oh, yeah. This is what I really liked, that the story, like it was done in the movie, was making me think of, and it was really a different perspective on the story that it is already hard to take in, like someone. It's like the little Red Riding Hood again, like you cut the belly of the wolf and you put things in like stones and stuff like that. It's like really grim images, but if you don't see them, you don't think maybe of them as hard as they are. But if you see them in different lights, so I think it's a very interesting perspective to put stories in different lights, to watch from different angles and see what it does to you as a receiver of the story. So yeah, for me this is interesting on the perspective.
This is actually a very traditional form of fairy tale. Like, as far as I know, original fairy tales was very grim and usually had very drastic endings. And I also discovered that I actually know this story from the childhood, but I used to hear only the first half. Like in our version, the 3 little kids survive, and the wolfie didn't manage to get to them, even though that they were adjusting his tongue in the same way. So and also I did a quick Googling, and I learned that this is from the end of 19th century, so rather young fairy tale, and it's very rare that we would actually know the writer. So it's very fascinating example.
Yeah. So we actually, we grow up with stories like this, and we have, like in Romania, many fairy tales that are have some grim parts to them. So this is just one of them. Is probably one of the most famous ones that we learn since very young ages. Like my grandmother used to tell me this when I was like 5 or 4, stuff like that. But you never think of what is actually there, you know?
Yeah, your filter is different when you were young.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
also the way that you tell the story, because if you put some jokes in and you kind of pass on some moments briefly and you don't stick on them and stay there for long, you don't actually get the vibe that is so bad.
Nice. Shall we move to the Arisa and her story?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so maybe I can do the quick introductions because I saw that I have to prepare 30 seconds. So, okay, introductions of who am I, right? So, okay, we start. I am a woman. I am a man. I am what they call human. I am the wind, yes, the fire, water, and the earth. I am the musics, the desire, and the pain, the strength, the weakness, and chaos. I am movement, the words, and the words. A cup receives the hot tea, and a pot that boils the tea itself. I am what I have said. At the same time, I am not. I am everything and also nothing. So, okay, so let's. I thought like we're gonna have a lot of people, so that's why like quickly 30 seconds. So try to write something that to represent me, and yeah. So they call me Arisa. So let's continue with this. I now I'm gonna share the movie. Let's say one of my favorite movie. Okay, and now it's my turn. Mm-mm. Okay, I think this one. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, him. So it's gonna be really, really quick. Okay. So this is one of my favorite movie. So it's a Thai movie. Okay, it's called Fan Chan. So when they translate into English, is My Girl, but actually Fan Chan it you can use both in boy or girl or any gender. But I don't know why they translate to My Girl because I think because of the protagonist, the main character is the boy. So the genre of this movie is coming of age, and it's represent the period of during 1980 in Thailand. And what I like a lot about it is about it's a story about childhood and the culture in the childhood. Okay, let's go. So the next one. So basically, the short descriptions. So Fashion basically is a coming of age romantic comedian movie, and it is told by the flashback of Jeff. Jeff is a protagonist. So the movie started when, yeah, he was at that moment he's a worker in Bangkok. Bangkok is the capital. Imagine London then or Madrid. And that day he received the word from his mom, saying his childhood friend Noina getting married. So and during that time he was still like he said to his mom that he will not go because he's going to another wedding. But yeah, along the road, so he put the songs, and that is the song in that time. So the story went back to his time with her. So basically, it's really light. You can feel the nostalgic. So the movie based on this nostalgia. And I think this one of the thing that I like about this movie is it's my emotion. So I love this, like the feeling of nostalgic, and like you can feel the sadness, but it's a bittersweet that I feel it in the movie. And the thing is, I like the ending of the movie. So and that time I was first when I watched it, I thought like I got a bit upset, let's say, because it was like it's not a happy ending. But when I rewatch it again, I think it's perfect that it ends like this, because it's really like the main thing is not the happy ending, but the main thing is the journey of these two of the friends. And another thing is about the generation and the folk plays. You will see a lot of folk plays in Thailand during that time, and it's like it remind me of my times. So and also the childhood. So, what can we get out of it? I think it's you can see the child development in Asian culture, which I think is quite different from Occidental. So you will see the parenting like over there, like nowadays, it is disappearing, but it's quite common that if you hit you spank your own kids, so it's quite common even in school. So if you watch the movie, you see even there is the tradition in school. So every day, everyone have to arrive before 8 a.m. and we have to sing the national anthem, because the way our school work like this is it came from the military culture. And also you will see that everyone like we have uniform, and later you will see the pictures and the group formations. You will see how Jeff, which is the protagonist, he feel the nostalgic of that age, that when you mix, you still like you have friend with two genders. And then over that you will see that he tried to pursue to be accepted in the gangs of the male gang, and that's how he kind of betray his friend that he grew up with her since they were young. And the role models, you will see, also what you can see from this movie, you will see the fantasy, the characters, the comics that that were popular at that time. And yeah, what I have mentioned in this movie represent folk and livelihood. Over there, what I think and what I see, what I compare, and what I live as well when I were when I was young. The parents they just let the kid be. Like I remember, I just grab my bicycle and I just just go for like 3 kilometers, and like no parents, no single adults came with me or with my friends. So I feel this is more liberty and freedom that I miss it. And another thing that I think we can get of it is the benefit of nostalgia, because for me, I think nostalgia is not only the sadness that we feel, or the attachment, or that you cling on the past, but it also be an inspiration, and it gives you this usefulness that you can feel, and you can go through it with a memory. And I think this movie is a perfect way to go back to your childhood. Yeah. So I want to show some pictures. You can see this is the uniform. Basically, yeah. So the uniforms, the two of them, every morning they went to school, and Jeff, the protagonist, he always wake up really late. So his dad has to pick him, and then he has to drive to catch the bus. And this you can see the gang. Okay, because the Jia, he live in the another side of the road. So there was there was one road that separate two sides of the villages. So one villages, it's full of boys, and another village is only girls. So he grew up with the side that is only with girls, and in that time he was afraid to be to get hit by the car, so he never crossed the road. And one day he did it. So this is basically the childhood in Thailand. So this is you can see the freedoms, and you can see there there's no safety over there. That's how I like it as well. Okay, so you will see the comparison. So the GFs here, he has to play because it's the only friends he has. And you can see over here as well, this one of the folk pair. We use simple material. So this, I'm not sure that in Europe, you or in Occidental, you play this game. So you use the rubber band, and then you just blow it until one of your rubber bands just go on top of the other, and then you win it, and then you collect the rubber band, and then you play again. And for girls, usually you play this elastic bands. I think here you also play it as well. And okay, so you can see over here that of course during our childhood, maybe it's quite common that you get you have, how you call it, louse they get in your mouth, not in your mouth, in your head. And the treatment that we use the lemon tree. It's kind of lemon tree, but it's not. I don't know how you call it. Coffin is like basically we use in Thai cuisine, and yeah, basically that's how we used to kill the louse, and yeah. So this basically is the end of the movie that I really liked. Is all memories actually have never gone away. Perhaps they are hidden at the corner of our drawer of memory. So if we do not search for it, we will not know that they're always there. And yeah, so this the end. And I want to comment another thing that I like the most of this movie. Like yesterday I just watched it again, and I got some message out of that. Like we think that we grow up, and I think we still have these memories that the base, the fundament, like the fundamental of our personality is based on in this age of like 5 to 7 years old. So I that's why there's the one thing I want to present in this movie, because you can see everything in Thai culture, the unseen thing that we don't actually see when you we search for like Thai cultures. Okay, so how can I? Yes. If you want to watch the trailer, I can send you the link as well. But it's gonna be in Thai.
Ah, well,
We
the
will
previous one was in Romanian.
So yes, convention.
It actually brought back memories from my childhood when we used to play the elastic bands, like the girls were playing the elastic all the time.
Okay, so you say
Yeah.
how it does. I thought it's only in Asian.
Yeah, not the little one, but the girls part. And we also had like this game the boys did, but with papers. They were called the little wallets, and they were like making little wallets of paper, and they were throwing it, and who got one on top of the other could collect the others. So it's like the rubber band game, but with little papers that they were like
Interesting.
folding them into like little wallets and throwing them. So. yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, I think I think here they play with this how you call it, pop stick. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I got the link.
I got the okay. Maybe you need to click. I'm not sure is up here. Okay.
Okay.
Good. I'm starting to watch the trailer now.
Okay, me too.
Okay.
สวัสดีครับ ผมชื่อเจี๊ยบส่วนเธอคนเนี้ยเด็กผมเอง เฮ้ย ไม่ใช่ครับ เธอเป็นคู่ซีผมต่างหากเธอชื่อน้อยนา เราโตมาด้วยกัน บ้านก็อยู่ติดกัน เราจึงสนิทกันยิ่งกว่าใคร และขอแนะนำแก๊งของผมพ่อขาต้องจัดการอีกยาวสุดนะคะ นายอย่าไม่ยอมนะคะ นี่แก๊งของผม
在山坡，高處未算高，命運。
แต่มันไม่ให้ผมเข้า กูไม่ให้มึงเล่นเว้ย แถมไม่ชอบหาเรื่องอย่าลืมเข้ารางวัลสิคะเดี๋ยวหนูไปโรงเรียนไม่ทันนะอ้วนก็อ้วนดำก็ดำมีอย่างผู้หญิงอีก ถึงแม่หนูจะอ้วนดำ หนูก็ยังรักถังหนูนะ อ้วนดำ 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 กูไม่ได้เป็นแฟนกับน้อยหนาเว้ย
ไม่ได้เป็นแฟน ก็ต้องเป็นเมียสิวะ อีนมใหญ่เมียมึง 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 ไม่เจ็บตัวแม่งไม่รู้สึก อุ๊ย ไอ้เชี่ยบอยเบาๆ
ภูมิใจฉันได้เธอมาจะถนอมกล่อมเธอ อยากมองช่างซึ้งเลิศเลออย่างเธอรอยยิ้มให้มาแก้มเธอแดงหนักหนา
เป็นแม่นะ ไม่เป็นไรหนูเป็นเมีย
I have to say that with this like different language, it feels like very bizarre experience to me, especially the one when they are playing the anime characters. Let's see, it's a long time since I had seen an Asian movie, so it's a good opportunity.
Yeah, for me it was I could see some storyline but not quite, and I was like, I want to know what they're saying so it can be more fun.
On a side note, I was impressed by the beauty of your presentation, because all the time when I'm creating a presentation it's a black and white boredom and I don't really know how to do them nicely, and yours was very elegant, so
Because I love it. I think I enjoy doing it like very much. Yeah, and actually you can find the English subtitle on this. Yeah.
That's good, because otherwise I couldn't watch.
Yeah, I think I would love to watch it with foreign friends, because I want to. I don't even know how heck can I share this feeling. Like I think you need to live in that world in order to share it. And just everything over there, like about gender, and also like for us when you talk about like non-binary or genders or gays, it already exists long time ago. So okay, so we bully, but we kind of accept it since we're young. Like I have a friend who's like this, and for us it's like it's quite normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I miss the freedom that we have.
Good. We are slowly running out of time. Usually we are keeping this forum until 1 hour, and I would like to stick to this tradition. Before we're going to end, I will bring you one representative from the Czech Republic, and then I'm going to ask you for an idea, but let's start with the thing which I have prepared for you. Just very briefly, I have selected a book. It's called House of Thousand Floor. I'm going to share with you how it looks like. Oh wait, not this one. This time it's my time to struggle with the...
No, but I am the queen of struggling here.
So you should seen the... no, not this one. What do you see? Do you see something?
Nope.
No.
Sorry, an error occurred when screen sharing. Interesting.
Oh, it's me. I thought it's because of me.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Let's try this one. Yeah, okay, now it should be working. Do you see the picture?
Just loading. Yes. Okay.
Perfect. So as you can see, it's rather cubistic. It's coming from the modernistic time after the Great War, something like 1923. I believe it was written by the Czech writer 𝗙𝗏. It's actually science fiction, and it's a story of a guy who wakes up without a clue where the hell is he, and as he starts to research, he's slowly finding out that he found himself in the house, which has a 1,000 floor. And the house is kind of living ecosystem. It's a state within a state. And as the guy is going from one place to another, he's slowly learning about how is it working there. And very slowly he is realizing that actually he was sent there with a purpose. He was sent there to oppose the creator of this whole structure. Even though that it is a science fiction, it is very like politically pragmatic. It is sharing some topic related to that time when it was very relevant, and it's also quite experimental. It is working with many different forms and approaches, and it's very easy to read. So yeah, it was a great wonder for me when I appeared this, and to my happiness I learned that it's also translated to English. So I don't know, I wanted to share one more picture, share this stuff. This is another more modern book cover of the book. This is how it sounds in Czech. Dům o 1000 patrech. Yeah, I guess that I will leave it up to here so we don't waste too much time. This was the second book of my choice. Originally I wanted to share another one, but I learned that it doesn't have an English translation. But what I find out, the movie made based on the book has English subtitles or something. So at least I'm going to tell you about this. It's called Romeo, Juliet and the Darkness. So
And the Darkness.
Wow.
it's not Shakespearean rip-off. It's a story, it was written by a Jewish writer after the Second World War, and it's actually a story of from the time of occupation, approximately 1943, when the Prague was occupied by Germans and the Jews were pretty much hunted. So there is this Jewish girl who is trying to find a hideout, and this little guy offers her a place. And as he is hiding her down, he falls in love with her and she falls in love with him. And it's very short, beautifully written novel about this, like, not really forbidden love, but more like love to be doomed no matter what. So that's the second example of the Czech culture I can recommend. And I could be recommending for a long time longer, but we don't have time for it, so I will close it here. And unless you have any questions about the books I shared.
Can you share the titles again so I
The House of 1,000 Floor, right? Okay.
Yeah. This is the one, and
House of 1,000 Floor.
and Darkness.
Promotion and darkness.
So science fiction and not so much science fiction.
Okay, I wrote them down. Thank you.
Before we are going to close this, let me just briefly ask you if you have any ideas for our next Forum of Storytellers, any topic you would like to discover internationally. We are going to meet 1 month from now on again.
Estaba viendo esto de Twitter y mira, que le quería comentar como.
Maybe something about a story about something like food, like national food or something. Could be, because I think we have like many interesting food in the world, and maybe we can learn about the story of it.
Maybe we should connect it with cooking, that everybody will create a dish and we just present it. It's very peculiar. I would never figure out anything like this. Thank you very much. I think we're gonna use it. That's everything for today. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. I had a lovely time.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye bye.